Do you struggle with the need to make things in your life perfect, even when they're supposed to be just for fun? Hi, I'm Hannah Sandvig, and I hate doing things I'm bad at. I write and illustrate cozy fantasy books, and I have this problem where I feel like it's a waste of time for me to make art if it's not A, for my books, obviously like an illustration or like a bookmark or an art print or something to go with my books, and B, perfect, of course. Other people don't have to be perfect, but I do. I should be perfect. Someone is going to point out that my books are not all perfectly arranged alphabetically or in order of series, some of them, but that is not what we're talking about today. It's about the art. The art! So, what does this need for perfection lead to? Does it lead to me actually being perfect? No, sadly, never. What it does lead to is me being stressed out, not growing and learning, and not being a great example to my 3 artistic daughters. I always tell them the only way to be good at things is to be bad at things. And I always tell them that you have to be okay with making bad work, but not me. Again, not me, just them, because they're children. I know everything. Wait, that is obviously not true. So I've been trying to do better. This past year, well, mostly August and onwards, I have been attempting to lean more into imperfection and sketching and just drawing for fun. And for me, that's meant making an effort to do more traditional art. There is no layers. There is no undo button. It's terrible. But I'm growing as a person and an artist, so yay! Want to see what I drew?
So this is sketchbook number 1. I got this sketchbook back in 2016, yes, 10 years ago, and drew in it a few times and like a couple more times last year. See, 2024, nice river, yes. But then we were out camping in August and we had just been hiking and saw these cool mushrooms that I took some photos of. So we were hanging back at the campground and I was drawing them and I was like, these are pretty cool mushrooms. And I was really feeling the ink. Obviously didn't finish that last sketch, but whatever. It's sketchbook. We're being imperfect, remember? And then the next day, we wandered into a fairy tale. Hey, look, it's camping, Hannah. We went to the Enchanted Forest. If you're ever in interior BC, it is one of my favorite places ever because it has the cutest little fairy tale things. You can go inside them all. It's also deeply, deeply cursed. They're all made out of cement or something. Somebody made it in the woods. It's the coolest thing ever. But also has the cutest little cabins. So I wanted to draw them. I love the ramshackle little shingle bits, and there's foliage growing on them. And I just thought it'd be a good study too for maybe a future cottage in my books, get a feel for it, all the rocks. I had a really fun time drawing these little cabins. Then we went home, but by then I was on a roll. So we were out hiking a few days later. It's early September now, and my beautiful daughter was drawing the beautiful view. If you look here, you can see there's her drawing. See, she was drawing up the creek, and it was such a nice day. Look up the creek there. So naturally, I thought I should draw her. I just thought her look with her chucks and her skirt were awfully cute. I don't know. It was a fun day. And then I didn't draw in that sketchbook again for the rest of the year. So this is a drawing I did for our local fall fair. I was thinking mushrooms have been super fun to draw, and I got some new pens. Nothing's better than new pens, am I right? And I found some cool photos of mushrooms that I had taken in previous years out hiking. And I won a ribbon. I won first prize. It would have been cooler if anyone else had entered. Anyway, then I did Inktober. I did this with my daughters. This was our first prompt. It was warm drinks, I think. We came up with a list of prompts ourselves, my 2 teenage daughters and me, and then we would draw a random one out of the jar. Just any day we wanted to do it. We didn't do Inktober every day because we're not like that. This one was tinctures. I believe it was one of the prompts I came up with. I think really I just wanted to draw a lot of bottles, and I was not disappointed. This is one of my very favorite drawings of the month. I was really feeling it. I liked the gold metallic pen, and I tell you, that little octopus is happy. Okay, he's cozy. He likes it there. It's not sad. Don't feel bad for the octopus. Okay. Then everything went terribly, horribly wrong. It's not it's not that bad. This is Nev. She is one of the characters from my books. She is Snow White in the Frostgate, and she loves to bake. So she's baking a nice little cake with some fake mushrooms on it for the dwarves, her friends, and just the gold didn't work. It got loopy on me, and it made me really sad, and I had to be like, Hannah, it's a sketchbook. It's a sketchbook. It's not supposed to be perfect, and I still don't believe it, but that's okay, because next we drew mushroom cats. This was my daughter, the one I drew the other time that you saw her. She came up with mushroom cats, and I just tried to think of a bunch of ways that you could incorporate cats and mushrooms together. I love him, and I love that one a lot. He's got the oyster mushroom on his head. I mean, who doesn't want mushroom cats? Our next Inktober prompt was Cozy Cryptids, so I drew my little jackalope Juniper. And
speaking of Juniper, I think this is the perfect time to tell you about today's sponsor. Just kidding, I don't have any sponsors. I have barely started YouTubing, but I would love to tell you about my Patreon.
See, there's Juniper. She is the mascot of my Patreon community, where I share updates from my life. This was December. We went to the Night of Fire. It was very cool. And some crafty stuff that I make. I always have one of my short novellas for free for my Patreon members, and I share a lot of my art. So this is Nev again, the one who had the mushroom cake. She's looking a little more regal there. But mostly I'm sharing my books as I write them. So you get a new chapter every week, and and sometimes you get Christmas chickens as well, because who doesn't need Christmas chickens? Without bias, I must say that it is the best place to hang out on the internet. It is cozy, it is fun. We talk about books and tea and crafts and chickens and otters, and there's a free community as well, so I hope you will check out the link below. Okay, bye-bye Juniper. Next up we have antlers was the theme, and I have some antler crowns in the Frostgate again, and Essie loves to be in Killian's antler crown because he is her favorite person in the whole world. So then we have pine cones. I decided to draw some sort of little pine cone fairy. I don't know how I feel about it, but I do like how the pine cone part turned out, so I'm going to take that as a win. She looks like she could be in one of my books, but she's not a character yet. I don't know. Also, would it be pokey to wear a pine cone dress? Probably. This is a shiri, so it was for lanterns, and in my world, the shiri are sometimes imprisoned and kept in lanterns where they have to, be a little light source because they're mischievous and lead people to their doom. But does that mean you should be stuck in a lantern? I don't think so. It is discussed in the Glassgate, mostly, my Cinderella retelling. Next one was Tiny Familiar. And I thought, wouldn't it be cute if you had the world's tiniest little bat, and it would put little magical ingredients in your tea, and then you can have magical tea. I really like how the swirls turned out on this one. And now I want a tiny bat to be my friend. All right, bye tiny bat. And last one is my favorite thing I drew the whole month, and that is this moth girl. I think the prompt was moth wings. And she's one of the best things I feel I have drawn traditionally that really feels a little more polished and a little more like my style. And also I just love the idea of a cute little cozy moth girl. So I might color this one digitally still. I don't know. That was Inktober. That was the end of that sketchbook. Because then I thought, I'm on a roll now. I should get a good sketchbook. Let's not look too deeply into this, okay? So I got this one, and I took it to Drink and Draw, which is a fun local thing where you can go hang out at a restaurant in the evening and get a fun drink and draw together, and you just draw whatever. I brought along, again, my 13-year-old, and we had a good time. You can see how much my art did not line up to the sketch, but who cares? Okay, this is another Drink and Draw night. And this is Magpies because the book I'm planning next, I'm going to tell you more about soon, my Misthaven series. The main male character is going to be a magpie shifter because I don't know why. But I had so much fun drawing all these little magpies with a good brush strokey pen. I don't know what I'm saying here. And then this is the last one from this sketchbook. We went to church with my parents over the holidays when we were down there, and I wrote my church notes in a tree because that is a normal thing to do. There wasn't a lot of notes that day, and drawing helps me pay attention. And I drew a crow because my next book also is going to have a crow shifter girl who falls in love with a magpie shifter boy, even though neither of them want that. Yay, that was my nice sketchbook. Okay, then we tried to do November, and we made a jar with all the different colors, and I thought, I'm gonna learn gouache. This is gonna be great. So this is the first one I did, and this is the little shop from the Mist Haven series. So I'm gonna have a whole bunch of cute little cozy shops, and this is the herbalist, or maybe the apothecary. I don't know. I did enjoy it. It turned out a little wonky, but that I was trying to make it wonky. I don't know. And then I was like, I'm on a roll. It's gonna be so awesome. So I did another one, and this is like a tiny little like fairy tea shop that is up in like the cracks of another tea shop, because I have a whole bunch of different fairy races are going to be in this series. And this took me, I think, 3 weeks to do. So that was the end of November. This was orange, by the way. I did yellow, I did orange, and but I mean, I did learn gouache.
So there's my art. How about you? Do you really struggle to do things that you're not perfect at or like immediately good at? Is there anything you're trying to do this next year to work on that? Make a note in the comments if you have a goal for the next year so we can cheer you on and we can all help each other grow and embrace our humanness and our imperfections. And if you'd like to watch me draw digitally, you can enjoy my only other YouTube video so far. Yay! I hope it goes here. Does it go here? Does it go? I don't know how to do this yet. In which I draw Christmas chickens. They are digital, but I was still trying to embrace the imperfections of it all. If you enjoyed this video and would like more rambly, slightly chaotic, artistic, cozy fantasy content, I hope you will like this video and then subscribe so that YouTube shows you more of my videos and also helps other people find me, because so far no one knows I exist, and that would be a big help. Thank you. So go forth, be imperfect, have fun, and I'll see you in my next video.
And now, as a little treat, if you're still here, you can watch me try and come up with a thumbnail pose. I don't know what I was doing. I'm shaking my head now watching this, but it's a little awkward. And I was like, maybe I like this. Maybe same thing goes on the top of the book. I don't know what the magic hands are. Am I a sorcerer? I don't think I'm a sorcerer. And then, like, is that a smile? Did I show my teeth? Do I know how to smile now? More magic hands coming in 3, 2, 1. No, they were later. Anyway, I apologize for myself, but you're the one watching. All right. See you next time.